Okay, everybody, here we go. I'm laughing. I'm gonna laugh. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. Tuesday, November 14th, 2023. Post market report. People, this is gonna be lovely. You know why? Because we just found out something that's incredible. There's no inflation. Inflation, they were right. It was temporary, it was transitory, and it just went away. Yes, perfect. Actually, that's not true. Obviously, now we got this, widely anticipated inflation report, and this is right off of the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. You can check this out for yourself. Actually, hold that thought real quick. How many of you recall, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, when the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, make up your own thing for it, um, admitted that these numbers are all fake anyway. They actually did. They admitted that the numbers were not real. They were fabrications. But, let's pretend that it's real. So this is what we got today. So consumer price index for all urban consumers was unchanged. So basically flat. Now this breaks down into seasonally adjusted, and it rose 3.2% over the last 12 months, not seasonally adjusted, whatever. And the index for all items, less food and energy, increased 0.2%. Blah, blah, freaking blah, up 4% over the year. Now, this was enough. This report was enough to blast the stock market off. Yes, but that's not where you were looking. Oh, no. I know for a fact that you were watching the 10-year yield. You were watching the dollar on a relative strength basis, obviously, and you were watching the MMRI. So let's talk about these things. An absolute freaking miracle. We watched the 10-year yield crater. I mean, there was a lot of debt buying here, and the dollar was getting dumped hardcore. The dollar, Dixie, the relative strength of the dollar fell like over 1.5%. Jeffrey, thank you. Incredible. I mean, in the MMRI, we are no longer in an extreme risk zone. This fell, and the market got off on it, and I mean got off on it. It's astonishing to me. So here's the situation, and I want to hear from you because I heard from you all day, but I want to hear from you again. So people are freaking out. They're like, "This is absolute nonsense." Prices continue to rise. However, let's give a little credit where credit's due. Gasoline prices have come down. This is a little game that they play too. Oh, look at energy. And it's not going to last. I'm going to tell you this right here and right now. It's not going to last. Energy prices across the board are going much, much higher. Exactly. Who's buying all the debt? I mean, we're talking epic here, man. We're talking about an epic amount of debt buying on an unprecedented scale. On the news that we got a flat inflation report. But watch what's going to happen. You're going to hear the mummy. The mummy man himself. He's going to tell you there's no inflation. He's done it before. He's going to tell you again that there's no inflation. Okay, you have to realize what's going on here. All right. As we have spoken about, I don't know for how many freaking years now, they're going to try to convince you, honestly, that what you're seeing, what you're feeling is not real. No, you're wrong. This is the way it is, obviously. Anyway, it's kind of an interesting thing. But look, no surprise to you and I. We have covered right here on this blog how this market's going higher through the end of the year. I've explained to you why. Look, you think this is real? Do you honestly believe anything is real? Oh, by the way, you're going to love this. I read this to you already. All right, anyway, Janet Yellen is very upset. I think it's very unfair that the U.S. debt got downgraded. I don't think it's right because you see, Janet Yellen here, as you know, that was her. This is what she had to say, and this is in your inbox if you subscribe to my free newsletter. So, Lions and Friend, our lovely friend, thing, and liar, U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, former, let's give her some credit here, Federal Reserve Chair, she disagrees wholeheartedly with this U.S. debt downgrade by Moody's, and she is upset about it. She said, and I quote, "The U.S. economy is strong and the treasury market is both safe and liquid. What she left out here, she left out something pretty substantial. All right. The fact that the U.S. Treasury is bankrupt, the fact that the U.S. Treasury just had to be reliquefied. Maybe her brain should be reliquefied. I wonder why she left that part out. Interesting. U.S. Treasury runs out of cash, has to be reliquefied. We know where the cash is coming from, obviously. It's the Fed's buying all their debt that they're selling as well. And she just left that out. She doesn't see a problem here. See, but I'd be willing to bet that you see a problem here because you see you have your eyeballs open and you're raising your own awareness. You know what's going on. Look, we easy on Yellen. Look, she isn't a cute little old lady. She is a thing. She's a vomitous mass like the rest of them are that do one thing and they do it very, very well. They lie, and distract and deflect on an unprecedented scale. It's unfreaking believable. But what else did you expect here? But let's talk about this market. All right, this is not a surprise to anyone. We have covered for I don't know how freaking long a couple of things. If, number one, they can keep rates suppressed. Did you watch the 10-year yield today? That's the benchmark. If, in fact, they can weaken the dollar. Yeah, I would think today's move in the dollar was unprecedented, honestly. What we saw today was unbelievable, really, honestly. How the market could vault higher across the board, pretty much, on a report that was essentially flat. But again, we know this is all nonsense. But again, they are going to try to convince us that what we're seeing is not real. Silver today over 3.5% higher, something along those lines. Your gold put on again. Crude finished flat. It's not going to last. I think it's bottoming out. Everything I look at is telling me crude is bottoming. That's my take on it. You are certainly entitled to yours. I'm sure there's a lot of traders out here, technical traders that know what I'm talking about here. Julius, thank you. Stephen, good. Thank you. Anyway, so with that, I mean, can you imagine my shock? Look, I'm sure that all of you out here were just as aghast as me, watching the 10-year yield, watching the dollar, watching the MMRI. If they can maintain this, and I sincerely believe they will, people, honestly, look, I've been telling all of you, and I've been getting ridiculed upside down, backwards, and sideways that I'm long the market. Not only am I long this market, I am way long this market, and I've been buying, all right? They're not done. The worse things get, the higher the market's going to go. You see this gap I've been telling you about? Economy, market, economy. Right now, we're over here. We're going way, way up there. That's how it's going to go here. The Federal Reserve is in full control of the market, period. They have promised more easy money. We're going to get more easy money. We can expect rate cuts moving forward. I have no doubt at all. That's where today, you see that's this was too perfect. You have to understand. Again, according to the BLS, this is all fake data. But according to the BLS, on their front page, they're going to tell you what's going on. It's fake. We know it's fake because they're telling us it's fake. And, well, they don't need to tell us it's fake for us to know. It's kind of interesting, too. Someone brought this up here. And I want to just give credit where credit's due. One of you out here, and I don't remember who it was, had made a comment when Janet Yellen said, she's not happy about the debt downgrade. U.S. economy is strong and the treasury market is both safe and liquid. They said kind of like safe and effective. People are dropping like rocks. Oh yeah, it's really safe and effective. Exactly what they want. I think it's doing what they want it to do. People, come on. And just wait to the next wave of that's going to come because it is too as well. Yeah, trust the science. Joe, you and me are on the same page, bro. Goldstein, the economy smells strong. Yeah, if rot smells good and strong, I guess it's rotting from the inside out. I know you're joking, Goldstein. You're one of my favorites out here, along with Magic Mika and Lava, Scott, Joe, all my friends here. The accountant, Shannon, Axiom. Come on. Yeah, cash and carry. Is he on? He hates CNBC. That man is a freak. That man is possessed by the devil. Maybe he is the devil. I don't know. The ghoul's leaving. I said the ghoul. Oh no, she's leaving the Fed. What are we gonna do without the ghoul? I don't know. Anyway, people, look. I'm gonna calm down. You know, you all right, let's talk about that. All right. I know Gerald. I love Gerald. You all know how much I love Gerald. Greatest super guy. And the reason why Gerald gets up like that is because he legitimately cares about you. He cares about this country. He hates seeing what's going on. And Gerald is a visionary. Gerald Celente is a freaking visionary. The man has called things that no one else can. That's really the truth. Okay. No one is right 100% of the time. Nobody. But the guy is on top of it. And he gets all bent out of shape because he cares. He really, really does. Like, I'm sure he's in the same boat as me with our heart pounding, our freaking blood pressure going to the moon. One of us is going to stroke out right on camera here, but we can laugh too. We can laugh at the stuff like today because this is exactly what we expected to see. We expected the Fed to buy more debt. We expected the Fed to weaken the dollar. We expect them to do things we can't even imagine. All right, to keep the system faked the way it is. It's completely fake. It's illiquid. Liquidity is drying up. They're going to pump the market until they don't. And in the meantime, we need to ride the wave with regard to the market. With regard to everything else, let them play their freaking games. We're going to play our games and we can play them better. I'm telling you the truth. You know this. The movement of cash through the markets is a relatively predictable thing. Okay. Risk on, risk off. It's clearly risk on again. It's risk on because the fat cats at the of the Wall Street super banks, the fat cats at the corporations, part of the military industrial complex, they want those bonuses and they're going to get them. Multi-million-dollar bonuses is what they're going to get because year-end stock price is going to get pumped up by the Fed. And then we'll see what happens in January. Okay. But right now, look, I'm just telling you what I'm doing here. You can all do what you like. All right. I will remain long this market until I don't know until when. All right. I'm looking to buy more things on the cheap. I'm looking to be diversified into all kinds of stuff. All right. You know how I play the game. I am an open book. Everybody knows how I operate. Yes, that would be a fantastic, Ken Kramer. Mannarino Celente. Do you know what we would do to this country? Do you have any idea? If Gerald and I were at the top, well, actually, we'll never make it there because we'll end up like that. They can't have real people run this nation. They got to have a puppet. They got to have someone that's going to play the game. They have to have someone that's willing to lie to people on a grand scale and convince them that what they're saying is true. You see, I'm not good at that stuff. Honestly, I've never been. And I'll tell you something else. Guilt. I grew up Catholic, and let me tell you something. If there's one thing I learned is you learn to feel guilt growing up that way. It's forced on you, and that has stuck with me through my adult life. Is I feel guilt. I mean, if I don't do the right thing, if I hurt someone's feelings, if whatever it might be, it's something I need to overcome, and I got to put that thing down eventually. But anyway, that's just the way it is. I'm just telling you, people, I can't do it. I feel a responsibility to all of you, and that's really the truth. I try my darndest to bring you cutting edge information. Actionable information is more important. George, thank you. I appreciate that. I come out here every day, twice a day during the week, okay? Because I want to keep you informed. But at the same time, I want you to make up your own mind. Don't believe anything I'm saying. Yes, shorts are getting crushed. I see that. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But I really feel it's my job to come out here and keep all of you way ahead of the curve. And I think I've done a damn good job at it. Yes, shorts in this market are getting destroyed. All right. Anyone that is short this market right now is going to get hurt. Again, a couple of things. Let's just keep these in mind. All right. If they can keep rates suppressed, which I believe they're going to, if they can weaken the dollar, the Fed, which I believe they're going to, the market is going higher. The market is going much higher the worse the economy gets. And the lies and the tales and the deceptions and the distractions and all these freaking things are going to get even bigger and taller and more out of control. So just expect these things. Okay. Because again, the truth if you're a truther here, and I'm sure all of you are here, we're the enemy. You understand? We are the enemy of those that seek to control via manipulation, via deception, via distraction. You understand? I think we're on the same page. Julius, thank you. Silver. Dude, everyone, let's see. He's asking me, Julius is asking me, silver potential. Julius, love you, bro. You must be new here. Okay. It is my most favorite asset of all time. I think it is massively undervalued. Look at the Dow gold ratio, gold silver ratio. Where's the bottom for the Dow? I don't know, but I can tell you this: the gold and the Dow are going to be 1-to-1 at one point, and the silver to gold ratio is going to end up 15-to-1 at a minimum. So you can say whatever you want with it. Did Gerald do something that I don't know about here? I don't know. Seems like some of you are unhappy with Gerald, but I'm just going to tell you, I know the guy on a personal level. I really do when we talk. And I haven't heard anything out of his mouth that would, at least to me, that would sway me from my perspective that he's a good man. Copper. I love copper too. I love commodities, people. This is another thing that I think we all need exposure to. All right. Commodities. I have put out at least 3, and I'll do it again, I promise you. Exchange traded funds that will give you exposure to a broad basket of commodities. I think if you're going to get involved in commodities, and again, look, do your own research on this. Please don't take my word for anything, but commodities are going to be the place to be moving forward. It's a pretty simple dynamic to understand. Right now, the debt market is, there's never in the history of the world been anything like this. This is a bubble beyond a bubble. There's got to be a new name for it, something that is yet to be named here. Thank you, Abe. I appreciate that. But the debt market here, it's a time bomb. It's going to go off, and it's going to go off when they want it to. This is not going to be by chance. Let's just establish that as a fact, okay? The central banks here are willing to do anything to keep the debt market propped up. You understand? I think we're on the same page here. Okay. What that means is they are going to pump easy money into, forget about the economy. The economy is where they want it by the throat. It's by the gonads. Okay. Because I can't say why. I guess that's a bad word, but gonads. All right. They got us by the gonads down here. And they're not going to let up on that pressure. They already have the consumer where they want them. The consumer's done, buried in debt, unable to pay back their debt, defaults across the board here. They keep on taking on more debt here. This is the illusion. The middle class here, again, the people are so desperate to maintain that status that they're willing to borrow their way into it. And all they're doing is assuring themselves a front row seat on the freight train to a financial obscurity. You can't do this. No nation can do it. And all they're doing now is exacerbating the underlying problem. There is the fact of the matter is, and you know this, the root cause of war. Why are we seeing war right now? Is it just coincidence that this is all just happening right now when we're facing a global liquidity crisis, which is not getting any attention? But that's a fact. This is no coincidence. This is a false flag. The entire thing to pull cash into the now. You and I have been speaking about this since time immemorial. Julius, thank you, bro. You know what's going on, bro. You know exactly what's going on. If you've been with me for 4 years, nobody knows this better than you do. Nobody. I mean, you could probably give lectures on the financial markets. It's really the truth. But anyway, this whole thing is a mechanism to pull cash into the now. Pull it into the now. Because if they don't do that, it's over. It's over. So they're going to kill, maim, slaughter, deform everything they possibly can with white phosphorus or whatever the hell else they want to use to destroy mankind, to suck out their will and their soul and everything else. You know what I'm talking about here, people. You think there's no coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence here. No way. This is deliberate. All wars are banker wars, and you know that. And in case you don't realize it, okay, because I know there's a lot of people who don't think so, but the U.S. military acts at the behest of the Federal Reserve, henceforth the petrodollar. That's it. Presidents, kings, queens, monarchs, dictators, they don't run the world. It's central banks. And once you understand that, you're going to be a lot better off. Ask Gerald, he'll tell you. Let me calm down for a moment here. Anyway, I want to thank all of you. We're almost at my 800 mark. That 800 just makes me so happy, people. If we could bring those thumbs up to 800 before I get out of here, and I'm going to cut this short soon, I'd really appreciate that. Silver to 420. Alan, you never know, bro. You never know. I mean, we could kind of do a little math here right now. If you got, we don't know where the bottom of the Dow is, right? No. So if we were to figure, let's just, we know the Fed jumped in here at Dow 6,000, right? That's how grossly over. I mean, the bottom of the market could be Dow 6,000. I believe, and I've been telling people this for I don't know how many years. Anybody who wants to listen, I'll tell you again. Dow 6,000 means gold 6,000. It's possible in a full-on meltdown like that silver could reach 10 to 1 to gold, which would be gold, silver 600. 450, 420 is well within the realm of reality. So, dude, I think you're on point there, Alan Greenspan. It really could get there. There's just no doubt about it. It just, look, and this is a worst-case scenario meltdown, which would begin. You see, look. Please stop focusing on the stock market. That's all they want you to do. You turn on CNBC, you turn on Bloomberg, Fox Business, pick one. It's all about the Dow. Look at the Dow. 30 companies. That's all they want you to know about is 30 companies. Don't even tell you about the broader market or the S&P 500. No. It's all about the Dow. But the fact of the matter is, it should be all about the debt market. The debt market, because look at the action that we saw today. Did this get any coverage, really? Probably none. They're all telling you to look at the Dow. Forget about what the action here in the debt markets. People might open their eyes and say, hold on a minute. You mean there's a correlation here between what's happening in the debt market, more specifically the 10-year yield and the stock market? Most people are oblivious to that. You have no idea how many thousands and thousands and thousands of people over the years have written to me saying, Greg, I never knew that there was a correlation between the debt market and the stock market. The debt market runs it all. The debt market dictates the price of everything. Why do you think? Okay, why do you think? Let's get this out there. Central banks, none more so than the Fed, have chosen to rig the debt market to the highest order because they think it's fun? No, because they realize by keeping rates suppressed, it drives cash into the stock market. That's it. And that's war. War as well. War drives cash into the debt market as well. The Federal Reserve is the most evil, corrupt, sinister, dastardly, wicked institution on the face of this earth. And they will foster war after war and expand war and kill whoever they have to kill. Whoever they have to kill to drive cash into the debt. They're using human life right now like it's a chessboard, okay, moving pieces around, killing whoever they have to kill, destroying this person's life and their family's life and everything else going down the line here. They'll kill as many babies as they have to kill to keep the system going until they're ready to pull the plug. And then when they're ready to pull the plug, we're going to get another system, which they already have. They already have, people. You know this already. You think this new system, there's a new system coming. I mean, don't take my word for this. Go to the Bank of International Settlements website, the Central Bank of Central Bank. They're going to tell you right there what their mission is. I'm not even going to tell you. I want you to look at it for yourself. We're going to a digital system, a cross-border system of maximum control. That's where we're going. So just get used to it. Just get used to it. Yes. And then people are going to act like we had no idea. Really? Really? Honestly? People like Gerald, people like me, I've been telling you this for how freaking long. Oh, my head's going to explode. My head's going to freaking explode, people. I got to get it together. But, let me tell you something here, people. Look, in case you don't know, you and I are honestly, and I mean this, the exception to the rule. I've covered this before. People want this. There are more people out there that want to be taken care of from cradle to grave, even if they have to live in a shotgun shack. You know what a shotgun shack is? Look it up. Okay. Massage time. Magic Mika, come on over, man. I could use it. Anyway, I need something. Anyway, people, you know what I'm talking about. And again, The people are walking themselves like zombies. Literally, they've become zombified to the slaughter. That's what they're doing willingly. And it's, could you only imagine what this is going to be like? I don't know. Give us another a decade where we're going to be at. It's going to be like way, way, way different, man. Way, way, way different. And people again are gonna sit back and wonder what happened. People like you and I. But no, that's not really true. People like you and I get it. We're way ahead of the curve. We understand why things are the way they are. The lies, the tales, the distractions, the look here, the no inflation. Meanwhile, you go to the store and things are completely out of control. Anyway, man, that's it. I know I'm preaching to the choir. Do any of you want me to cover anything water and agriculture ETFs? I am more than certain there are some out there. I don't know of any off the top of my head. I would believe that there are some here. Commodity ETFs. So there's got to be a few out there which would give you exposure to agriculture and stuff like that too. It's a great question. I think that's probably a good spot to be in as well. Ronald, thank you. I appreciate that. XRP ETF. All right. Let me start off with this. Why would you want an XRP ETF? Why not own XRP? I think I hate the fact that Wall Street wants to get their hands or even wants to create cryptocurrency exchange traded funds. This was supposed to be, something that, was not really mainstream, an alternative way that people could attain wealth. I don't particularly like it, honestly. I wish Wall Street would keep its hands off of this stuff. Unfortunately, they get their hands up every freaking thing, honestly. SLV, PSLV, your choice, man. I don't think it matters too much either way. It's a game. All of this is a game that is being played against us, honestly. The whole thing is rigged against all of us. But I think, and I know this to be a fact, that you and I are smart enough to stay ahead of it all. We've been doing this for a very, very long time. And I can't believe how long it's been since I started this whole thing. Yeah, it's getting dark. You notice that? Anyway, people, I'm gonna end this stuff here. But again, thank all of you for being here. I'm not even going to speculate on a Bitcoin ETF because I already told you I hate it. All right, I'd rather I own Bitcoin. Everybody knows I own Bitcoin. I started getting back in here at like 17,000. I told all of you what I was doing here. I have not bought it again since that time. That does not mean that I don't believe Bitcoin is going higher. I think it's going much higher. I just don't see the need right now to buy it. People, there's no more an open book than me. You know exactly what I'm doing. I even have some of it on display here. Like I tell you, I invest in artwork. Well, I'm not lying. I have a whole thing out there. And classic cars, musical instruments. I mean, all kinds of fun stuff, and you got it. Real estate, although I probably paid too much for this, but that's okay too. Anyway, people, it is complete madness. People, this guy here loves you from the heart. We broke way over 800. I want to thank all of you. People, we got to get more people to participate here in this live stream. Please share this stuff, get it out there. I really would like to see more people involved in this where we can all interact. Because, this is my favorite part of the day. When I do my pre-market report and I record these things, it's important. I'm not saying it's not, but it's boring to me. This is important. I love this. We sit here, we get to interact everybody. And I think even for those that watch this video afterwards, they can see the comments. This is awesome. Look, this is our thing. This is our thing. And I love it. I really, really do. And I love all of you from the heart. I mean that. Thank you again for being here. Thanks for your support. Thanks for your friendship. Thanks for your love. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the thumbs up. And I will see all of you in the morning. Okay. It's going to be, what's going on tomorrow? I don't even know what's on the calendar. I'll figure it out. All right. I will see you in the morning. All right. I'm out of here.